それでは、前半戦 Ask the Expert オンラインセミナー with the US Admissions Official というタイトルで、セミナーを始めさせていただきます。はい、スケジュールいきます。まず前半戦ですね、日本時間でジャパニーズタイムで、出してますが、午前10時から11時までがベイラー大学と、デポール大学、の紹介およびこの2大学への質問をお願いします。で、後半です。11時からお昼にかけては西側の時間帯になりますので、パシフィックルーテラン大学とウエストクリフ大学の大学職員の方がいらしてくださることになっています。性格が違うようにわざとあえて分けてますので、皆さんぜひぜひ最後まで、聞いていただければなと思います。はい、どういうふうにしてやっていくかということなんですけれども、10分ぐらい各大学のプレゼンテーションをはじめにやって、いただきまして、その後にクエスチョンタイムに入りますので、質問を持ってきた方はぜひぜひこのプレゼンテーションの間にですね入れてください。事前にもたくさんの質問をいただいておりますので、事前にいただいた質問を、まず先にねぶつけていきたいなと思いますが、聞きながら質問がさらに湧いたという方はどんどん質問していってください。はい、はい、それでは前半戦です。ベイラー大学とデポール大学のお二人にプレゼンテーションをしていただきまして Q&A に入りたいと思います。それでは始めましょうかね。はい、はい、ということでアルファベットオーダーでいきたいと思いますので、we get started. So the alphabetical order. So the Baylor University first. Would you please introduce yourself and followed by presentation, Elizabeth?
Sure. じゃあ皆さん、おはようございます。田中です。よろしくお願いいたします。
田中さんです。
じゃあ、これから Let's speak English.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so much for bringing your time today to learn about our universities. I'm excited to tell you about Baylor University, and you are welcome to ask questions at any time. So let's share our screen. All right, so first, welcome to Baylor University. On this slide, you can see our school mascots. We have baby bears who live on our campus. Their names and Belle, and live right in the middle of campus where you can see them every day if you like.
The real bear living on campus?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. Always. We love our bear mascots.
クマさんがいるそうですね。
Yeah, they're right next to the Student Union building. They have a beautiful tiny zoo area. And actually, our students can help take care of the bears.
Oh, really?
We have a zoo crew, and that can be your part-time job on campus. If you'd like to learn how to feed the bears and clean up the bears area, you can get a part-time job doing that. So, and then we also have our mascots, Bruiser and Marigold, that you will see at all kinds of campus events, and at our football games, basketball games, everything. So they're ready to welcome you to campus.
Wow.
Baylor is the oldest university in the state of Texas. We were founded in 1845. Now, for Japan's history, 1845 is not so old, but for the United States, that's very old. Baylor University was founded before Texas became a state. So we are actually older than the state of Texas. And every year, we take our freshman students to go see the beginning buildings, which you can see in this slide, and learn the university's history.
Wow. ち
So,
ょっと一言、
Baylor?
let me put it in Japanese. ベイラー大学はテキサスになる前から大学として設立されたと。テキサス州よりも古い歴史を持つというところがすごいですね。はい、go ahead.
Sure. So we are located right in the middle of the state of Texas. And we are within driving distance very easily to Dallas or Austin, the state capital, or Houston. So we're in a very convenient location. And I know that a lot of times when international students are thinking about study abroad, they think about California and New York. I would like to introduce you to Texas, which I love because I'm a Texas girl and I think Texas is wonderful. But Texas has some really great advantages for all students, international and American. So in Texas, we have a very low cost of living. So your apartment rent, your gasoline for your car, if you want to buy a car, your grocery store purchases, all of those are a fairly affordable price. And because of that, there are a lot of big companies, including Fortune 500 companies, that are moving to Texas to establish their headquarters. A lot of them have been in Silicon Valley in California, all of the IT companies, but it's so much cheaper to do business in Texas and to live in Texas that they are moving their headquarters to Texas. So you can see some of the company names there. Dell is in Austin, the state capital, about 1.5 hours from our campus. We have SpaceX is about 30 minutes from our campus. And of course, NASA in Houston. So anyone who's interested in a STEM degree should think about Texas. Texas also has a huge medical network. We have so many hospitals and people come to Texas for their medical treatments. So if you're thinking about a career in the health professions, Texas is again a really good choice for that.
Right. ちょっとlet me play in the Japanese as well. まあ、
Please.
皆さんも大体分かってると思います。いろいろ説明してくださってますけれども、テキサスは本当にここ、カリフォルニアからテキサスに会社自体も動いてきてるところが多いで、こういうふうに今書いてますけど、非常に有名どころの会社が動いてきてる。特にSTEMですね。科学系、サイエンス系の、まあ、専攻を目指す人にとってはインターンシップをできる機会がたくさんあります。あとメディカル系、ヘルスサイエンス系も非常に注目されて大きな研究施設があったりしますので、とてもテキサスは今経済状態もいいというところでおすすめですというところですね。Go ahead.
So there's some good information about Texas. Now let's talk about why Baylor University is a good choice for international students. So we have about 15,000 undergraduate students. So we are a medium-sized university, and that is exactly what we love. We like to say that we have all of the advantages and benefits of a very large university, but we have the feeling of a very small university. We often talk about the Baylor family and that you become a member of our family. So there's a very warm feeling on campus. We have more than 100 countries represented for our international students. Yeah, so students from everywhere. We are very well ranked in the US News and World Report rankings. I know everybody loves the rankings. We're number 93, so we are in the top 100. One of the reasons why Baylor University is a great choice for international students is the amount of support you will receive all over campus, but especially in your classes. We keep our, class size very small. So our average class size is 26 students. If you were to go to a public university like the University of Texas in Austin, that's a wonderful university, but in your freshman year, you're going to be in classes that have 300 students in them. You will never speak to your professor. In fact, you won't have a professor. You will have a graduate student, maybe a master's degree student or a doctoral degree student who teaches your class. We're very proud that at Baylor, 95% of our classes are taught by a full-time professor. And so that gives you a really good experience. They are happy to meet you before class, after class. They'll go of coffee if you're having trouble in their class, they really want you to succeed.
うん
And they will sit down with you because they get to know you. They know your name, they know who you are, they know what you like. The good news about that is they can write excellent letters of recommendation. The bad news about that is if you start skipping your class and you're absent a lot, they know who you are. They might call our international office and say, "What happened to Ms. Akiko? We haven't seen her in a while." And we'll say, "We will call her. We'll find out." So, but we're very involved in our students' lives.
うんうん
And while you are on campus, you have the choice of more than 125 majors and programs. There is something for everyone. You can do a double major. You can do a pre-professional program if you're thinking about going to medical school or law school or some sort of graduate program. We have programs that help you prepare for those as well as the traditional majors.
うん
Are we good? You want to
いやい
hit
やい
any
や
of
いや
that
いや
in Japanese?
sorry.
Okay.
まあ、ベイラーユニバーシティ
No.
は、私立大学っていうところなので、1万5千って実は少人数です。中規模だな。小さくはないけど、大きすぎないサイズ。だからこそ、クラスルームも、26人ということで、これフレッシュマンの時に考えれば、今、UT のテキサス大学オースティンの例を出しましたけれども、人数が多い州立大学なんかだと、フレッシュマンの部屋、クラスだと、100人とかいうこともざらにあるので、そういうのに比べれば、一人一人の、例えば留学生の名前をね、教授が覚えてたりすることも多いので、そういう面では、すごく、教授との距離が近い。でも、たまにサボったりすると、バレたりしますのからね、気をつけてねっていう話をされているんですけど、とにかく、こういうところが私立大学の利点としてね、考えていただきたいなと思います。はい、go ahead.
Right. Oops, I skipped. No, I didn't. Sorry, I'm there. So we have a lot of resources on campus that are especially for our international students. In this picture, the blonde-haired lady is our university president, Dr. Linda Livingstone, and she participates in so many of our international student activities, as well as general university activities. Dr. Livingstone graduated from Baylor University, and she was a member of the women's basketball team.
Oh,
So you
really?
will always see her and her husband at basketball games, always. But they are very, very friendly. This picture is actually from our welcome dinner for international students, and they always come about 1 hour early to the dinner so that they have a chance to take pictures with any student who'd like a picture with them.
うん
But for our international students, we offer a special orientation period that's called the Global Bears Week. You remember our mascot is the bear, so you're going to become a Baylor Bear. So our Global Bears is for all of our international students. And at that time, we offer you help to move into the dormitories. We will help carry any suitcases that you have. You don't have to carry them. We will provide transportation to go shopping, to buy things for your dormitory room. We do campus tours so that you know where everything is on campus. All kinds of things. We'll take you around if you want to meet one of your professors. We can do that too. There are many activities about that. We also have a global friendship program where you can be matched up with a family in Waco, Texas, our town. They love to meet international students and they want to be helpful to you and they want to learn about you and Japan and the Japanese culture and they want you to ask questions to them. So it's really a nice program. We
Oh.
also have
Go ahead.
Center for Global Engagement Ambassadors. These are students who work in our Center for Global Engagement. Some of them are international students, some of them are American students, but they all are students who want to interact with international students. So they actually choose to apply for that on-campus job so that they can be around our international students.
Wow.
We celebrate all of the international holidays. We love a party, so we will always celebrate any holiday. We do We have international student organizations. We have one big international students club, and then we have some smaller clubs that are for specific countries or specific areas. We actually even have a club for students from Hawaii, and many of the students from Hawaii have Japan connections. So you'll get two chances to be with other people that share your country. And then we have our international community resources map that we give to every student at orientation that shows them where there are some international restaurants in town or a grocery store that carries international items. We want you to feel very comfortable while you're a student at Baylor. So we try to provide a lot of resources.
Yeah.
In addition to...
Okay, go ahead. You can finish it.
No, I'm about to move to the next slide, so go ahead.
Okay, okay. There was so many たくさんのね、サポートシステムがインターナショナル用にあります。特にその大学外のコミュニティもね、たくさんサポートしてくれるっていうのが皆さん多分分かったと思います。その辺がね、こうコミュニティとの結びつきっていうの、あとちなみにここ写真の中にいるのは学長で、すごく留学生を大切にしてくれてるということですね。はい、go ahead.
So in addition to resources for our international students, we also have a lot of career resources. We know that many of our international students would like to stay in the US for a little while after graduation. And so we have our career services centers. We have 4 of them on campus. So you will always be able to find someone who can help you. But they do career days. They will help you with writing a resume. They will do a practice interview with you. They actually work with you after graduation. You can still use their services. They do alumni workshops. They will do a job market analysis. If you're trying to decide between 2 different majors and you want to know which one has the best chance of employment, they will help you with that. And for our international students especially, they are always available to help with international questions about working part-time, which is CPT that you see there, working full-time after graduation, which is OPT, if you want to apply for the work visa, the H-1B, and also paying taxes in the United States. They do workshops for that.
Okay.
But one of the most important things they do is they bring companies to our campus. You don't have to go find a company. They come to us because they want to hire Baylor students. So they do more than 100,000 internship opportunities. These companies come, they're looking for interns, they're looking for students to hire for after graduation, all kinds of opportunities that come to the campus. You don't have to go find them. That makes it very convenient. And we have an excellent success rate with finding employment after graduation. So the chart that you see on this slide shows the percentage of students that have a full-time job within 6 months of graduation. So within 6 months of graduation, if you were in the Hankomer School of Business, 95% of those students have a full-time job within 6 months. If you were in the School of Education, you want to be a teacher, 97% of those students have a full-time job within 6 months. We are very proud of that because that's very much above the United States average, which again, part of the reason is Baylor students are wonderful. Part of the reason is our Career Services Center is wonderful. But also part of the reason is Texas economy is wonderful. It's a very strong economy, lots of jobs available.
テキサスのね、経済がいいっていうのもあるし、大学自体もすごく仕事を探すっていう、留学生に対しても仕事が探せるようにいろんな大学内に会社を招いてフェアをしたりしてるというところです。はい。
So I threw in one slide just to make you feel comfortable. Yes, you will be able to find Asian food and Japanese food in Waco, Texas. We do have wonderful ramen restaurants. You can see there's gyoza in one of the pictures and harumaki, and there is food that you will enjoy.
Okay.
Don't worry. Oop, I skipped over one. Um, I'm getting to the end of my time, so I'm just going to kind of go quickly through our
Yes.
admissions requirements for you. Hold on, it doesn't want to go back. Anyway, uh, our basic admissions requirements are that you have graduated from high school. We are looking for a 3.0 grade point average. So that's an average of B's in your classes. You don't have to be straight A's. We love straight A's, but B's are okay. We will need English proficiency. So you can submit a TOEFL test that has a score of 80, an IELTS test that has a score of 6.5, or Duolingo that has a score of 110. If you have gone to school in the United States, that serves as your English proficiency. You don't have to worry about any tests. If you are a little bit lower than those scores, we have a 1 semester program that is direct admission, but it will let you have an TOEFL 70, IELTS 6, and you can enter that program. You'll be in all academic classes and 2 extra support classes that are just for international students.
はい。
So we
こ
want you
こ
to
だけ
be comfortable.
Yes、ここだけ重要なので付け加えますけれども、その80の TOEFL と IELTS6 点、you take a regular admission 6.5 on IELTS?
Yes,
なく
yes.
とも、例えば IELTS6、TOEFL70 台でも、ワンセメスター、エクストラサポートをつけて、
Correct.
普通のダイレクトアドミッションとして、合格できるっていう仕組みを持ってますので、ちょっとだけ、テストスコアが低いっていう人も出願できるというわけです。まあ、詳しくは後で私の方で質問しますので、お答えできますので、質問をしてください。はい、go ahead.
All right. And so you can see on this slide, once you have applied to Baylor University and you've been accepted, then your next step will be to pay a $500 deposit, and then you will get your I-20 document so that you can schedule a visa interview. You'll have academic advising then so that you know what classes you're going to take before you get to the campus. You'll do a housing application. We do have a roommate matching system so that we will put you with someone who has your same living habits. For example, do you like to stay up late? Do you like to go to bed early? Do you like to study with music on? Do you like to study with it quiet? We'll try to match you to someone who has the similar things. We also, of course, are going to encourage you to register for the orientations and come to the welcome dinner. Okay. I know you worry about food. We have that. And you also worry about scholarships. We have you covered. So any person who applies to Baylor University is automatically considered for a merit scholarship. Those merit scholarships can be anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 per year. So if you got and honestly, the average for international students is around $24,000 per year. So that in your 4 years of university, that's $100,000, which is wonderful. So please know that you don't have to do an extra application. You will automatically be awarded something. We do have more scholarships available. We have an international scholarship that you can apply for. That does have a little bit of an application form along with a financial profile. We also have need-based scholarships. And so if you give us your financial information of your family, we may be able to help you out with some extra scholarship money. And then depending on what your major is, you may get a scholarship from your major department. For example, the engineering department, they award scholarships to freshmen from day one. You could get an extra scholarship. So please know that there are resources available for our international students.
はい。まさにここに書いておりますので、奨学金の情報はご覧いただけたと思います。はい。go ahead.
All right.
はい。
So I thank you for your attention. Once you become a Baylor Bear, you will learn to say, sick 'em bears. That's our attack. At every, yes, it means like attack. And so we say that at all of our sports events to
Really?
our enemy teams, where we are sick
Sick 'em
'em
bears.
bears.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. さあ、
My pleasure.
はい。 これで、ベイラーのもうすでに質問がたくさん入っておりますが、before that, we will get, half the DePaul University presentation first, then we will open up the question time いきますので、それでは、スーザンさん、よろしくお願いします。
はい、皆さん、おはようございます。スーザンです。私も日本で住んでました。でも、long time ago. My Japanese sounds like a child, so.
ことないですよ。Your Japanese is excellent.
ありがとうございました。You're like a true Japanese person. Hi, everyone. Let me just go ahead and share my screen.
Sure.
Okay, can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
You see the DePaul presentation, correct?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So hello, everyone. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Susan, and I am the director of the International Admissions and Recruitment at DePaul University. My presentation, you're going to notice a lot of commonalities with Baylor. So I'll touch on those briefly, but I'm really going to expand on a few things. So one of the things that we are so proud of at DePaul University is our location. As you can see in this great skyline photo, this is Chicago. We call Chicago our campus. It is our home, and DePaul University is integrated into the world of Chicago. So we also want to ensure that all international students are supported while at DePaul University. I'm very fortunate that I have a strong team. I have two alumni. Antonia Cretianu has been at DePaul for many years. She's also an international student. She is from Romania originally. She's been at DePaul for like 20 years, so it's amazing. Kevin Holechko, we say that Kevin bleeds blue. That means he's so loyal to DePaul. Kevin is also from DePaul University. He graduated just 2 years ago, so he's not that much older than some of your students who would be coming to DePaul. He's got so many ideas, and yeah, is an amazing resource. And I've just hired Curtis. He likes to think he's like a beat poet from the 20s or 30s. He's got his coffee and looks, like all artsy. But Curtis is amazing too, and he's come to us from the University of Wisconsin. Okay. Akiko, I'm talking slowly, but if you want to translate, just let me know.
Sure.
So DePaul University, we are the nation's largest Catholic university. And how this impacts international students is we have a very strong commitment to community service and ensuring that everybody's supported. While we are a Vincentian/Catholic university, studying religion is not required. And we're very flexible with understanding and making people from all different backgrounds comfortable at DePaul. We have a huge community of alumni. And the way this benefits international students is once they complete their program at DePaul, they're going to go home and they can probably connect with alumni in their hometown or home country. And these alumni can help the students look for jobs, get a job. Because right now in 2024, and when your children graduate, it'll be 2028 or 2029, it's all about connections when it comes to the job market. I'm not sure if Japan's the same way, but the US is definitely connections.
Right, true. デポールユニバーシティはもう一番キャソリック系の宗教系キャソリックの大学では一番アメリカの中で大きいんですけれども、授業の中で宗教の授業を取る必要はないっていうので結構リベラルですよね。そうなので別にキャソリックの宗教を信じてキャソリックである必要もないっていうところがありますね。そしてもっとコミュニティとのつながりっていうところでその宗教系大学の利点っていうのを考えていただければなと思います。はい、go ahead.
We're about the same size as Baylor for undergraduate students. So we have 21,000, maybe a little bit more, graduate and undergraduate students. So undergraduate, we're about 14,000 students. Of those 14,000 students, 6%, So that's quite a bit. 6% are international, coming from everywhere.
うん。
Also similar to what Baylor was saying, we are a teaching university, and this means that 98% of our classes are taught by faculty. You don't have a graduate teaching assistant teaching those classes. This is amazing because the professors get to know the students in their class. It can help them open up those doors for career options as well. We also have about 30 students or less in a class. We are also a private university.
はい。
So rankings, I mean, I go back and forth with rankings. I think you have to take them all with a grain of salt. But some of the areas that we are proud of are game design programs. We do really well in game design, film school, so all areas, BA, BFA, PR, so public relations, education. And I haven't put this on my slide yet. We were just received the designation of like top entrepreneurial schools at
Really?
the and undergraduate level in the United States.
企業学で、アンダーグラジュ4年大学の中では、アントレプレナーシップ、企業学ではナンバーワンになんか、最近、このスライドには入ってませんけれども、ランクされたというところだそうです。
Perfect. So as I was saying, Chicago is our home. And one of the benefits of being so centrally located in Chicago is our access to everything a large city has to offer. There's great career options for CPT, which is during your study, and OPT post study. There's great places where students can eat, and there's a lot of great clubs and restaurants, music, so many things to do in Chicago.
True.
Are the third largest city in the United States and home to over 30 plus Fortune 500 companies. We do have public transportation for those of you who've been to the United States, because Japan's transportation system is amazing. So Chicago has a transportation system, which for the United States is really good. You can live in Chicago and never need a car.
True, true. Yeah, ね、都会と東京と同じような環境でね、電車もあるしっていうところは大きなアメリカの中では非常にアドバンテージがある都市です。はい。
And then a little bit more about what I was saying about Chicago, like studying is incredibly important, but also you have to take advantage of the culture in the city. And this is where we really highlight all our international restaurants and markets, the concerts and festivals that we have in Chicago. There's a lot of neighborhoods. So if students are ever homesick for some great Japanese food, we even have izakayas in
True, yes.
Yes.
Izakaya, ramen, and you name it. There are so many authentic Japanese food.
Yes. Daisuki izakaya.
Daisuki.
So yeah, many great things. Some of the employers that routinely hire our students, you probably are familiar with some of these names. It's again against the backdrop of Chicago. So another thing that we're really happy about is we're in the city of Chicago, but we have two campuses.
True.
Our downtown campus, which is called the Loop campus, and we have our Lincoln Park campus, which is still in Chicago, but it's a little bit outside of the city center. Okay, so the Lincoln Park campus, it's right here, and you can see how close it is to the city. Our Lincoln Park campus has a large green space. It's very similar to a traditional university campus that you would see on television shows and movies.
Right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead.
まだディポールはリンカンパークとループのそのダウンタウンの2つのキャンパスがあるので、その伝統的ないつも皆さんがテレビで見るようなアメリカの大学のキャンパスを体験したい人たちもできるし、ダウンタウンでね、インターンシップもできるしっていうような2つの魅力があるというところですね。Go ahead.
Yep. And then the schools located at our Lincoln Park campus, science and health, education, liberal arts and science, social sciences. Our Loop campus is right in the heart of the city, right in the business area. This is one of the rooftop decks of the building that I work in, actually. This is where the business is located. To get between the two campuses, it's really easy. It's either 3 stops on the train, or I like to bike, not in the winter, but by bicycle, it's about 20 minutes. Yeah, by train, also about 15 or 20 minutes.
2つのキャンパスの間もバスが通ってるので自由に行き来ができるというところですね。
The 2 main schools at the Luke campus are computers and School of Business. So for all students, we do have housing, and I strongly recommend that for undergraduate students, their first year at least. It's not required, but I strongly recommend it. Most of our housing for undergraduate students is at our Lincoln Park, so that traditional university campus. We have 6 traditional halls and 6 apartment style buildings. Usually apartment style, the upperclassmen get that, but we do guarantee housing for all international students up until May 1, and then it's case by case. But to be totally honest, there's going to be housing.
ハウジングを本当にもう特にフレッシュマンね、アンダーグラジュエットをお勧めしますと言ってますけれども、いろいろオフキャンパスの可能性もあるけど、初めをお勧めしますよということですね。
For our academics, we have many undergraduate degree programs. I think it's like 150 or something like that. Some of the top programs at the international level are film and television, health sciences, the business, biology, data science, hospitality. So you name it, we probably have it. The only programs we don't really focus on are mechanical and chemical engineering. So if you're interested in engineering, I would recommend looking at some other options. STEM programs, as you know or may know, are a 3-year OPT. So students can stay in the US up to 3 years if they have a job, if their program is designated STEM. We already spoke about the city, so to save some time, I'm just going to pass through this a little bit. But just for myself, I've lived in so many places, like amazing cities in the US. I lived in Japan for 4 years in 2 different places. I lived in Thailand for 4 years. Chicago is one of my favorite cities. And I lived in San Francisco too. So I still like Chicago over San Francisco.
Right.
Yep. So safety. So I do want to address safety at Chicago because we're in a large urban city. And yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
いや、シカゴだからもう安全性っていうところでね、今、強調してお話しされるということで。
Yeah, we are in a large urban city. And I've been to Japan, and Japan's incredibly safe. Like, it's crazy how, But in Chicago, I want to just say that you have to act like you're in a large urban city. If people are walking around on a busy train and their bag is wide open, it's so easy for pickpocketers. We don't have a lot, but it's something to be aware of. At the university, we do have 24/7 security for all students. We have a shuttle bus that goes between the campuses because it gets quite dark in the winter. I mean, it was dark today at like 4 p.m., right? There is a shuttle bus. If students don't want to take the train or an Uber or Lyft, they can take the shuttle bus. And there is public safety orientations for all students.
はい。安全性というところで言えば、もう大都市だから皆さんも気をつけなきゃいけないけれども、大学としては、パブリックセーフティー、キャンパスポリスみたいな、もありますし、夜になってシャトル、バスが通って、歩きたくないとかいう人たちも、ちゃんとその安全に、寮に帰れるような仕組みも整えておりますというところです。
And then also all the buildings, I don't know if you can see this card. It's like the same building on the back. All the buildings have 24/7 security. So you have to show your DePaul ID or tap your phone to get into the buildings.
はい。ビルの中に入るのは、やっぱり皆さん ID 持ってる人じゃないと、寮の中には入れないというところですよね。
Careers, we also do have an amazing career center. They work with each and every student. And of course, we're fortunate because we are in the city of Chicago. I'll show you one website right after this, but we're on the semester system, so that's fall, winter, and spring at DePaul. Every term we do invite companies in. There's career fairs, There's workshops on how to put together a resume, how to make small talk. That's what our International Center just did, which was an amazing workshop. So we do understand that there's so many international students. They need to know how to interview, how to set them up for success at DePaul. And another thing with this, we have a lot of international graduate students, about 1,000, and they're all looking for jobs. So the Career Center is used to working with international students.
まあ、グラジュエートでね、留学生が多いということで、キャリアセンター、仕事を探して、斡旋してくれる、斡旋のお手伝いですね、お手伝いを、キャリアサービスもすごく留学生に対応するのが慣れてますというところです。
So our undergraduate admissions requirements, our early action deadline has passed for international students. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. Our regular deadline is February 1. I guarantee that will be extended, so do not worry about that. Because I think schools in Japan end in March anyway, don't they? Is it? No, March is the beginning.
March ですね、はい。
Yeah, yeah. So what we need for admissions, we need your high school transcripts. We want to see the equivalent of about a B on the US scale, but anything 2.7 to 3.0, we do a committee review on those. So we will also review those. English proficiency, very similar to my colleague, Elizabeth was saying. TOEFL 80, IELTS 6.5. Our Duolingo is a little bit higher. We're at 115. We also take the PTE, ACT, and the SAT. We don't take the ACAN, unfortunately. So.
はい。まあ、アドミッションクライテリアはほぼほぼベイラーと一緒というところですね。ごめん。
So I just wanted to show for transparency our tuition. Tuition for 24-25 is $45,000. And then we also have living and health insurance, living expenses. This is books, insurance, supplies, room, board, transportation costs. This number right here is an estimate. It's not going to cost this much, but that's what we need to see that available on your I-20.
Hi.
This is the slide I'm excited about. We have a lot of scholarships for international students. Our scholarships are only merit-based. Last year, I would say about 98% of our international students, and we had about 200 students start last year, received a scholarship. They're going up slightly this year, but 15,000 to 30,000 based on GPA. There is no separate application. Everyone is automatically considered at the time of admission.
OK。特別なアプリケーションはいりません。アドミッションの時の奨学金です。はい。
So that was a lot of information. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you. Hold on, let me see if it's. So this is what I was saying about our career center. If you jump onto the DePaul website and just do a search for the career center, you can see all the jobs and internships. You can get an idea of all the career fairs that are coming up. Our website is a little bit challenging to navigate, but if you use the search bar, you can find anything you're looking for.
So many information, hard to find the pages, right? ちょっとウェブサイトたくさん情報がありすぎて行きにくいんだけど、そのサーチのところを使ってくださいねということです。
And I don't want to take any more time because I saw in the chat there's a ton of questions.
Yeah, I know there's so many questions.
But I'll stop my share now. Okay. Thank you, everyone. ありがとう。
はい、ありがとうございました。はい、それではクエスチョンタイムに入りたいと思います。I know we have a lot of questions already. カンナさん、would you help me take a look at through the chat line? Is there any, questions that Liz and Susan さん already answered? Is anything a major question that I should answer? We should answer. カンナさん、ちょっと相当して何か必要な質問があれば、ちょっと声で教えてくれれば、we can just pick up. We already answered scholarship. 皆さん、スカラシップについては、大体、どの大学も、2つの大学とも、3万ドル近く出すと。さらに、ニードベースを出すところもある。And Susan, do you provide need-based scholarship or not?
We do not. So we have, because our scholarships are so generous, we do not have need-based scholarships. There's a couple additional scholarships we might be adding for fall 25. I'm getting those through the system right now. But we do offer scholarships for the first and second year for students that are focused on the Career Center. So students have to take a series of workshops at the Career Center, and then the $3,000 scholarship.
そう。
It's like a-
ニードベースは出さないけど、アディショナルのそういうキャリアオフィスから出す奨学金もあるし、ベイラーは、ベイラー has a need-based scholarship でちょっと積み上げることも可能だし、こういう感じで奨学金の質問がたくさん来てたので、まあ、2つとも私立大学なので、結構 quite a few scholarships available to international students というところで、so it's so there, of course, there are those scholarships for international students, including Japanese students っていうことですね。
100%. Yep.
Okay. Alright. で、英検は、どっちも。ベイラ、do you accept 英検? No. Okay.
We do not. We do TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, PTE, and ITEP
Okay.
are the ones that we'll look at.
All right. I have to ask you both. I know I have to. After presidential election, what you think about the impact on education? I need to have each person's, I know it is a personal opinion. 大統領選挙の影響と教育、大学についてのインパクトどう思いますかっていうのをちょっと聞きたいと思います。So let's start it with Susan. What do you think?
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, I mean, personally, the election wasn't like we wanted it. I would have loved to see our first female president, but that did not happen. So with the election, we get this question. We've been getting this question more and more. And there's a lot of different organizations are doing research on it. Right now, it's too early to tell. Like politics are politics. What's going to impact international students and their families is policy. So right now, we've heard everything. We've heard everyone's going to get a green card. I mean, seriously, that would be amazing, but who knows? Everyone's going to get a green card. We want international students. We don't want illegal immigrants. I don't know. There's so much going on right now. But one important thing that we have to remember is international students are in the US legally on a student visa. And I think often we get so emotional and worked up about this that we just hear international, we think that means everyone, right? We do have an issue with illegal immigrants in the United States. But international students are here on an authorized student visa. There is so much money that's contributed to the US economy from international students. So I also think if you look at, I mean, we're fortunate also because we're in Chicago and it's a very diverse liberal city and state. But right now, I do think it's too soon to say what the impacts might be. You know, I mean, you hear everything, and I think everyone's just trying to figure out what's going on. But my key takeaway from that is we need to remember international is a huge term that many people use interchangeably. International students are in the United States, contributing to the US economy, and here on a valid F1 visa. Yeah.
はい。皆さん、まあ、そうです。忘れてならないのは F1 ビザ、学生ビザの F1 ビザはリーゴ、合法的にビザを取ってアメリカにいる人たちなので、それについての攻撃とかっていうのは、ちょっと、違う、イリーガルじゃない。そこが大きな違いであるっていうことを忘れてはならない。で、今後どうなっていくのかっていうところの意見はもう時期尚早、今言うことはできないけれども、でも重要なのはあなたたちインターナショナルスチューデントは、その学生ビザはリーガルです。だからちょっと違いますよっていうところですよね。And now, Texas in a red state. So what do
Yeah,
you think?
that's actually an important point. Texas is quite a conservative state, and our new presidential administration is conservative also. So Texas is happy with the outcome of the election because we believe it's going to contribute to a stronger economy. There are some problems, obviously, within the administration, but as far as students are concerned, I don't think students from Japan will see any difficulties. Where there will be difficulties are in countries that have a tense relationship with the United States. Japan and the United States are allies. We have a great relationship. I don't see that embassies will close or visas will be denied or anything like that. I don't think Japan has to worry about that as far as that goes. And I would just like to reassure everyone that I know you see terrible media reports of all kinds of things. Remember that the media does not give you a full picture, but there were recently a lot of media stories about protests on college campuses, and they were sometimes violent, and sometimes the police needed to be called, and students were arrested. Baylor, and I'm sure DePaul is the same. I feel like I'm probably speaking for both of us because I didn't see your name in the news. But our campus is a Christian campus, and DePaul is a Catholic Christian campus. And that means that we have a very strong foundation of respect for individuals. We don't go screaming at people and trying to make them believe what I believe. We can have civilized dialogues where each side has a chance to express their opinion. And in fact, our president from the beginning, our university president, not the US president, the university president, from about 1 year ago when some of the protesting about various political things and wars started, she has been very direct in telling all of our faculty and staff and students that we will not tolerate any sort of disrespectful communication on campus. So it's a very safe environment. You can express your opinion as long as you are willing to let other people express their opinions too.
Okay. Alright. 皆さんお分かりでしょうか？もうこのテキサスとシカゴ、イリノイっていうちょっと対照的な、ステートからのお二人だったので、非常にこの質問がね、アメリカ来年以降どうなるのかっていうのは、とても、対照的だけれども、答えは一緒じゃないって思います。結果的には、おそらく特に日本との関係っていうところで言えば、心配する必要はないんじゃないかっていう、教育のも、Do you think higher education will continue to value international students?
Absolutely.
Absolutely というところですよね。はい。神田さん、by looking at through the text、いろんなコメントが出てますけれども、質問が出てますけれども、お二人が答えてない質問で、is anything that we can share した方がいい質問とかありますか？
Well, Tanaka-san already answered most of the question in the chat. So, I mean, there was one question, hold on. But it's not really like, hold on, where is it? If I were to study pre-PA, would I be located in Baylor or College of Medicine? That was a question.
Right. So, yes, I tried to answer some of them that were directly asked about Baylor. So, the pre-physician's assistant program is a pre-professional program because in the United States, you have to have a 4-year bachelor's degree before you can enter medical school or law school or become a physician's assistant. So the pre-professional programs at both of our universities are designed to give advice and guide students toward how to apply to those medical schools and programs after they graduate with their bachelor's degree. They're very complicated processes. There's a lot of deadlines. And so the professors there's not really extra classes so much as there are extra information sessions that are designed to keep everyone on track and on time so that they have the best chances for success when they apply to one of those postgraduate courses.
And DePaul, yeah, exactly. As Elizabeth said, DePaul is the same exact way. We do have pre-law, we have pre-medicine, but what that means is you are guided through each step. Your advisor is aware of what you need to do to get to your next step. So
for a pre-PA physician's assistants, what the major difference between nursing or nurse practitioner, NP, or PA, physician's assistant? What's the major difference, PA and NP?
The physician's assistant can often take the place of a doctor. So if you've had some sort of medical procedure, you may see a physician's assistant for your follow-up appointments. The registered nurses are more
nurse
generalized
practitioner,
skills.
NP. Nurse practitioner also goes to graduate school, right? For the same.
Yes, yes. And that actually is very similar to a physician's assistant, as far as I know. I'm not an expert, but I think physician's assistant and nurse practitioner are very similar. The nurse practitioners are usually someone who has done a nursing major.
All right, nursing
and they
major.
have their license, their registered nurse's license, whereas the physician's assistant might have done a biology with the pre-med course.
So that's the difference.
Susan, speak up if you know more different.
I was going to say exactly what you said. It's just like a slightly different focus on the track.
Right.
Yeah. But they are very, very similar. Like I go to a nurse practitioner for my health, and she's amazing. I've been going to. She can diagnose. She can write prescriptions. Do the same thing.
All right. Well, before we go for the first half, there was one question before we received while he registered. You both university has a very strong computer science major?
Yes.
Very strong. Yeah.
ということです。皆さん、コンピューターサイエンス、STEM, very strong STEM majors as well, both university. というところですね。
I will throw out that Baylor is a Research 1 designated university. So out of 4,000 universities and colleges in the US, only 34 are designated Research 1, and we are very proud to be that. So we have incredible research opportunities, and sometimes there's concern about international students being able to participate in certain areas of research. Not so much from Japan, but from other politically sensitive areas. But I would just like to say that I've talked to all of our professors in the research areas to ask them about that. And they all have research projects that are available to international students.
All right. それはね、リサーチインスティテューションデジグネーティ、ベイラはリサーチ1のデジグネーティというところで、非常にその2つの大学とも、理系、そのリサーチインスティテューションというところで、認められている大学だというところをお分かりいただけたと思います。So we almost the time, actually a few minutes past the time. So in the end of the first 1 hour, each person, Susan and Elizabeth, would you please tell your message to the audience for the first half, in the end of the first half? So let's start with Susan this time.
So as I said, it was so nice speaking with everyone. I want to remind you that we are all here to help you at DePaul University. You are a priority for us. We love our international students, and you're supported through every stage, through the recruitment, to the admissions, to the enrollment. We have a specific special team here to help you. Our International Service Center, or Student Scholar Center, is top notch as well. We think you'd be happy in Chicago and at DePaul University. And I mean, come on, it's the city of Chicago.
All right, Windy City. Thank you so much.
Windy City. Yeah, thank you all very much.
All right, so Elizabeth.
So my message to you is, omedetou.
Omedetou.
You all, seriously, you all ask such fantastic questions. It is so easy to see that you're very serious about your preparation. You're thinking about where is the best fit for you, what programs are available. That is so great that you're doing that in advance. Honestly, asking the questions that you've asked and attending a webinar like this make me very confident that you are going to be successful students wherever you decide is best for you. If you decide that's Baylor, come on. I will welcome you with open arms and give you a big Texas hug when you get here. But if you decide to go somewhere else, I am happy for you to do that as well. We want you to go where you will experience academic success and social success and get a good, strong foundation for happiness in the rest of your life.
All right, thank you so much. So I will remove the spotlight, and whenever if you want to stay to some of the answer in the chat, or you do, or you can feel free to leave the Zoom room. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Alright. はい。それでは前半戦、皆さん終わりました。ありがとうございました。それでは I will have to call Brandon and Carolina. Alright. Thank you so much. So, this is our second half, and we have Westcliff University and Pacific Lutheran University in the second half. And before we get started, I can show my slides again before we have you do the presentation. Alright. So, はい、後半戦です。はい。はい、後半戦のメンバーはパシフィック・ルーテラン・ユニバーシティと、ウェストクリフ大学2校、2つとも、サイズ的には前半戦がちょっと大きめの大学だったんですけども、後半戦はもう少しちっちゃいサイズの大学になりますので、皆さんその違いを、聞きながらですね、たくさん前半戦のように質問をしていただきたいなと思います。はい、それではプレゼンテーションタイムになりますが、I think we can go with the alphabetical order is fine. So with the Pacific Lutheran University will be the first. Brandon, please.
All right, just give me one moment to get everything all set here. So everyone can hopefully see my slides.
Yes, we can see your slides.
Awesome, very good. Well, good morning to everyone. Believe it's Saturday morning or early afternoon for you all, so thank you all for joining me. My name is Brandon Braun. I'm the Director of Admission Operations at Pacific Lutheran University, and I oversee all international recruitment for the university, so I'll be happy to talk to you a little bit about the institution. So just to get everything out of the way, we're going to talk about the location real quick so you get a sense of where we are. So we are located in Washington State, so in the Pacific Coast. We are located in the city of Tacoma, which is right about here. Tacoma is about 45 minutes away from downtown Seattle. Most of you have heard of Seattle before. Maybe you've gotten Starbucks, or maybe you've heard of Amazon before. Everything's pretty local and connected to the area, so it's only about 45 minutes away from us. Tacoma is close to SeaTac International Airport. SeaTac is the airport that all students will be flying into. There are direct flights from Tokyo into Seattle, so no need to worry about those layovers, anything like that. I also like to point out we're close to other places you may have heard of before. So you may have heard of Vancouver, BC, British Columbia, which is only about 3 hours away from us up north. And then down south, we're close to Portland, Oregon, which is about 2.5 hours away. We really like to point that out because those are great opportunities to get those internship locations. Because of our location in the Tacoma area, we're really close to some of those companies that I talked about, which would be great for your internship opportunities. Some other facts about the university: we are a small school. We're about 2,800 total students, 2,500 undergraduate students. So these are primarily students who are getting their bachelor's degrees. Small class sizes, less than 19 students in each of our classes, and all classes are going to be taught by the faculty and members themselves. So that's something I always want to highlight, that, they're all engaged in their education here as well. And then, we list here our top 5 countries for international students, and Japan is in the top 5. So we are more than happy to welcome all our new Japanese students to our campus as well, too. These are just some small bragging points. Always like to talk about the university. We're consistently known as being one of the best colleges in the state for getting a job. We have an 80% medical school acceptance rate from our university. We're actually partnering up with one of our largest healthcare providers to build a medical center on our campus to provide those on-campus internship and research opportunities. And we're also known really for best financial aid for a lot of our students as well, too, both in the state of Washington and outside. So these are just some of the accolades we always like to talk about in terms of what is known for our university. Since I've heard that the majority of the students here are seniors, I want to talk about something that you can understand, that I know your connections with US college connections can help you understand as well too. This is just a little bit about the application process so you can understand.
Yes.
PLU is a common application school. It is a universal application that many colleges uses in the US. Simply add PLU to your My Colleges list and we can get onto your application. And something I want to point out, it's a free application. So there's no application fee to the university.
アプリケーション手数料が無料や、フリーって書いてますね。Go ahead.
Correct. And then you can see in the application requirements, not other than the application, there is an essay portion you have to do in the Common App. So you choose one of 5 different questions to answer. We require your official transcripts translated into English as a part of the application process. Passport will be required. And then in the next slide, I'll show about our English proficiency requirement as well. Even though the university does not require the SAT or ACT for admission, we can use the SAT or ACT for English proficiency as well. So if you're already doing the SAT or ACT for other US institutions, you can submit that to us and you don't have to submit like the IELTS or TOEFLs or anything else like that for the English proficiency. We'll just use that.
I see.
We have several application dates coming up. Next one is December and January. However, please note that students can still apply after January 15th. And the final deadline to apply is July 1st. So students have quite a long time to apply. I do want to note for our folks here, if you apply by December 15th, you'll be notified by January 15th of your admission decision. So it'll be a quick 4-week turnaround for admission decision.
I see. So the reason why you divided, have a 4 priority dates, it's the question is how soon they wanted to get the admission. That if you wanted to get the admission decision, apply earlier.
Correct. So we try to meet a 4-week turnaround time for all application processing. Again, once we have all these materials here, we can guarantee a 4-week response time. And then here's information about our English proficiency requirements here. So pretty standard across the board for everything. As I mentioned before, if you're doing the SAT or ACT for other US institutions that may require it, we can accept those in lieu of a TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, etc. as well. Akiko, do you have any students who are potentially going to do like a community college to do English proficiency classes or not really?
Yeah, there are maybe some.
Okay. So if there are any students who are going to go to the community college first, we will accept an English 101 and 102 to satisfy the English proficiency requirement with a grade level B or better for that.
I have few students who are currently attending international school or IB curriculum. What do you consider for English proficiency?
We'll waive them.
Everything. So, international schoolにstudy IB で、so that if they are learning in English, you will waive.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
だそうです。皆さん、もしインターナショナルインターとかに行ってる皆さんは、もうそれだけで、テストスコアいらないそうです。
And here I just wanted to quickly point out that the students will have access to their application portal, and this is how you manage everything. From your application checklist to your next steps checklist. And this is where we're going to also release your admission decision. And then this is where also you're going to submit the ancillary information such as your enrollment deposit and your financial statements for the I-20 as well. So 24 hours after they submit an application to the university, they'll get access to their portal here.
アプリケーション出した後24時間以内にこういうようなチェックリスト付きのポータルにアクセスできるようになるというところですね。Go ahead.
And then next is going to be the financial aid before I talk about the programs, which I'm sure everyone wants to know about. Students, we're generally looking for a 3.1 equivalent US GPA for international students to be considered for full admission to the university. So once students are admitted to university, they'll be automatically considered for a $37,500 international grant.
Really?
This grant is
37,000?
Yep, it is renewable every year that they live, every year they attend. So it's a guaranteed $37,500. If they live on campus, they'll receive an additional $2,500 from us as well too. So every year that they live on campus, they get a housing grant. So the total potential scholarships they can get is $40,000. And then this is our general cost information here. And after you subtract the total potential total cost due to the university will be about 25,000 yearly. We do offer payment plans to help students to help reduce the cost as well. As mentioned before, all the scholarships are renewable. We also have a fixed tuition guarantee, meaning the tuition that we're offering to students will never increase during their time at the university. I'm wondering if you can explain that to them as well, just to make sure they
Yes.
understand that.
Fixed tuition guarantee っていうのは、大体大学の学費っていうのは、物価と比例して、毎年、数パーセントから10%とか上がりがちなんですけど、フィックストなので、一回固定の学費はそのまま卒業するまで同じ価格。これは非常に大きなディールだと思います。はい、go ahead.
Great. And then students can work on campus as well too as an F1 student. So we do allow students to work up to 19 hours per week. This is just a post-admission process. I'll go over it really quick because really once a student decides to come to the university, submit the $200 enrollment deposit, and then submit the declaration of finance. Once we have both of those, we can issue an I-20 in 5 to 7 business days, and then students can go through the process of scheduling a visa interview and then proceeding with the checklist items for registration as well. So pretty straightforward here.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to go over the academic programs here. PLU offers more than 50 academic programs. These are the top ones that many of our international students choose to do. We offer a direct entry business administration program, meaning if they're admitted to the university and they choose business as their intended major, they're automatically admitted into the program, so no separate application. As you can see, these are the concentrations within the business administration program that we offer. And then, as you can see here, we now offer a data science major, which is now, we are now currently accepting applications for this application cycle. Computer science is also very popular and a direct entry program as well. And then you can see the other programs that are very popular for international students as well too.
はい。このね、ビジネスアドミニストレーションの、もうプリじゃないっていうところ、There's no pre-business major, right? They can be
Correct.
admitted business.
Correct.
多くの大学がアカウンティングとかはプリなんです。実際大学に入ってからもう一回学部のその専攻になるためのアプリケーションを出さないといけない。つまりこういう、人気もあるし、一回大学生に入ってから、成績をちょっと基礎のテストを受けて、コースを受けてからじゃないとなれないっていうケースが多いんですけれども、ここの場合にはビジネスで専攻してビジネスで合格できるので、もう1年目からビジネスの専攻が確定するっていうのは、これは大きい特典だと思います。はい。Go ahead.
And then I just want to make sure I'm being cognizant for my time for my colleague. I do want to show a couple things on our website, which I think will be great for you. So this is, if you just go to this website here, and then you'll see translated websites. We actually have a Japanese language website.
I didn't know. It's a new thing?
Yeah, we just did it last year. So we provided some translated material for our Japanese students. We understand that maybe this would be good for parents as well too. So,
right, true.
So this is just a quick translated website that we have for our students. So again, just going to the international admission, if you just really go just plu.edu/international, it'll take you to the international website and you can click on the translated ones and you can see the translated sites that we do offer here.
Wonderful. なんか最近こうやって、各言語に翻訳ができるページ、翻訳されてるページを入れた。私、この間出た時はこうなってなかったので、Good job! Wow! I'm really impressed.
And then the other one, if you just are curious about all our majors, you can just go to that website here. And then this gives you all our majors that you can do, and you can filter by undergraduate programs. And if you want to look at business, for example, you can click here, and then you can see like what our students have done after they've graduated and what things they can do through our programs, such as going into a graduate program. And we have some great videos here as well, too.
Great.
Awesome. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew about that. And I'll share this with you, Akiko, so you can share it with your students at a later time as well.
Right.
But I'll give back the balance of my time for my colleague, and I believe we'll have questions at the end. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Thank you so
Very
much, Brandon. こ
Of
こ
course.
で、クエスチョンタイムは皆さん最後にしますので、いろいろと質問をしていてください。英語で言ってくれるとですね、if the students put the question in English, you guys can answer the question too なので、皆さん、ふるって英語で書いていただければなと思います。さあ、それではここからはウエストクリフ大学の、プレゼンテーションに行きたいと思います。Go ahead. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Hi. My name is Carolina, and I am an international outreach representative at Westcliff University. So we work directly with students and recruiters from all over the world. This is a photo of our campus.
It's the Irvine campus, right?
Yes, this is the main campus in Irvine, exactly.
Hi.
So our main campus is located here in Southern California, Irvine. We also have other satellite campuses in Los Angeles, Miami, Florida, and we are expanding and opening new campuses soon also in Texas, Canada, and San Francisco.
Really? Wow.
Yes, next year.
Next
If everything
year.
goes all right. Yes. For the ones that are not familiar with Irvine, it's a beautiful city, very close to Los Angeles. It's the safest city in the USA based on FBI statistics. It's very close to many attractions such as Disneyland, also the big national parks, very famous like Yosemite and all of those beautiful, the great outdoors of California. It's a very diverse, multicultural area, and it's nice weather all year long, close to the beach. Very nice place to live. Some fun facts about Westcliff: we have 5,380 students enrolled this year of 103 different nationalities. We are very proud of this, that our faculty is very multicultural, diverse. Half of our student population is international. We have a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio and a very high graduation rate of 92%. 94% of our students are satisfied with their experience upon graduation, and 88% of them get a job placement after graduation as well. So this is our offer for bachelor programs. We offer the Bachelor of Business Administration. We also have Bachelors of Science, Information Technology, and Computer Science. And we also offer Bachelor of Education. And of course, we also offer master and doctorate degrees. We also have our College of Law and a College of Education. And besides our degrees, we also offer certificates. These can take usually between 6 to 10 months. It then can be, the students can either take them online from their homes or here on campus as well on an F1 visa.
Okay, so you're focused on business, engineering, and education.
Yes, yes.
All right.
So we offer OPT. So this allows students to work 1 year after graduation and up to 3 years in case for STEM students, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And additionally, Westcliff also offers the CPT. The CPT allows the student to have off-campus work while studying with us from day one.
So I have a graduate students also listening. So for the CPT, graduate students can do CPT immediately from the first semester?
Exactly, day one. They can, as soon as they arrive, they can start their CPT even before they start classes.
グラジュエートスチューデントについては、1学期目から、CPT で、仕事をしながら、お金をね、得ながら仕事をするっていう、そのワークパーミットがいただけるっていうところですね。Right.
Thanks. All our programs are also 100% live online. We have virtual interactive classes, and this is, of course, a good option to save on tuition. And if the student wants to start the degree online and then join us on campus, they can do that at any time as well.
So is the university is equally offering online and on-site. So if something happen, well, I have to go back to my home country, they can continue their coursework?
We make no difference. So if the student wants to take even their whole degree, we don't say in their diploma that it was the online. It's the same. We consider them exactly the same degrees. And also, for example, if they don't get their visa approval exactly when they wanted, they can also start from home and then move to the US, So that's definitely possible. We have that flexibility.
Oh, wow. このウェストクリフはオンラインとオンサイトのコースが同様にオファーされているので、何らかの事情で、例えばビザが間に合わなかったから1学期目ちょっと遅らせる必要はないということになります。やろうと思えばオンラインで始めて、ビザを取ってからオンサイトにしたり、逆にフィニッシュちょっと日本に帰んなきゃいけない事情があるとかいう時には日本に戻ってオンラインでフィニッシュっていうこともできる。これは非常に魅力的、と感じる人もいるんじゃないかなと思います。Go ahead.
Thank you. We are also very business oriented. We have different clubs and incubators to support students with their entrepreneurial ideas. We have our own education program that we developed here, the Capri model. And these are some employers that have employed our students, some companies you might recognize, Siemens, Irvine Company, Sony, and so on. Talking a bit more about career services, we have 66 partnerships for CPT and OPT. This is the average salary of our graduates, $87,500 per year, with a potential of $130,000, depending on the program. We also offer different platforms to support students with their job search, such as a resume building software, and also this Interstride is almost like a LinkedIn, but just for F1 students. So they know,
really?
in this platform, they can find all companies hiring F1 students, so they know they will not have an issue with that.
I didn't know that. Interstride っていうのが、そのジョブ、お仕事を探すときに、その F1 フレンドリーだから学生ビザを持ってるような生徒に、とってもフレンドリーで仕事、だから会社的には学生ビザの生徒を積極的に採用する会社が登録してて、そういうところでのジョブサーチができるっていうところにもうあるですね。私も知りませんでした。So this data is including international students as well? Like
yes, of course. Yes. Well.
留学生の学生のこの含めてのこのデータなので、皆さんしっかり込みです。はい。
We know that student life is not just studying, so we really want students to feel welcomed from day one, to have a good time here in California, to meet other students. So we have different student services and clubs that organize different activities throughout the year. We also celebrate different holidays around the world. From around the world, and it's always a good opportunity for students to meet other international students and to, of course, have also a taste of American culture. And it's always a fun time.
Is this for all international students related? The photo is for international students.
Yes, this was Halloween, I think, last year. We also celebrated it this year, but we don't have an updated photo. But we also had recently an international dinner, and everyone contributed with a dish from their home country, and it was really, really nice. Yes, very, very nice. It's something we celebrate here very much.
So welcoming, yeah.
Yes. Regarding accommodation, we do not have on-campus dorms, but we have these two partners that help us with accommodation. So either a homestay, this is good for students as soon as they arrive to stay with the local family, but there's also the option of off-campus apartments, and they can be single or shared.
はい、ここ強調しますね。ウェストクリフは寮はないんです。けれども、提携している、そのオフキャンパスアパートメントの紹介をしたり、あとホームステイのね、会社もカリフォルニアなどでいろんな企業も入ってますので、そういう面ではオフキャンパスハウジングでも、ちゃんと探せるし、学校側のサポートもあるというところを強調しておきます。
We also have an athletics department. If there are any students interested in sports, they can also apply to these sports here. And we offer also specific scholarships for these students.
そのアスレチックのね、スポーツをやりたいという方も、NAIA か、リーグなんですけれども、奨学金も、スポーツ奨学金も可能ということです。
So regarding our requirements, we are very straightforward. We'll need to see diploma and transcripts of previous degrees, so high school. The minimum grade is 2.0 for undergraduates, but the average is around 3.2.
うん。
For English proficiency, we accept different exams such as TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo. We also accept the STEP ICANN exam.
ステップ英検、You accept
Yes.
英検英検アクセプトするそうです。はい。
Yes. And additionally, if the student was in an international school, we also accept a medium of instruction letter from that school saying that the student was studying in English. So that's...
Oh, I see. Okay. その英語で、例えばインターの人とか、で、英語で学んでるっていう人たちは、学校からのレターがあれば、それでも English Proficiency は満たせると。Can you tell me which score for the ACAN score? Step ACAN 2 or Pre-2? Do you remember?
Let me check in 1 second because I think I have this information here. One moment.
It doesn't need to be now. I can tell, I can research later, but if you can quickly.
What I see is minimum requirement is 2304 for pre-1.
Okay. So that 2級かな ?2 級でOK ということです。OK。
Okay, going back to my presentation. We do not require any SAT, GRE scores and so on.
OK。GRE、大学院の場合には GRE とか貸さないということですね。
For students that still are not fully comfortable with English, we also offer the Real Pathway program. So students can study English with us, either online from home or already here in the US, and then enroll with their program, and some of the credits will count for their degree.
これオンラインのね、語学講習プログラムを持ってるので、例えばちょっと英語力が低いという人たちは、入学前にこの英語講習をクリアして終われば、大学の、正規学生に入る、1学期目からなれるっていう可能性もあるので、できるので、オンラインで事前に、そのアメリカに来る前に、完了するっていうところも、このコースがあるから実現できるということになりますね。
Thank you. So these are our tuitions. These are per year, so for bachelor, master's, and doctorate degrees. And we also offer monthly payment plans. They're also available. And of course, if the student, yes. If the student studies online, of course, it's also a bit lower, the tuition.
はい、これが学費ですね。
We also have many enrollment dates per year. So we have actually 3 semesters with 2 start dates each. So for example, for now, the next deadline will be December 9 to start in March. But we are also very flexible to accommodate different start dates.
そうだ、6回1年間に、スタート時期があるので、so that meaning they may finish early too, right?
They can finish earlier. We also have options to accelerate their degree if they want to take an extra subject. That's also possible, so they can finish earlier.
Well, I mean, because they are for 6 terms in 1 year, so it's kind of maybe accelerated eventually. The duration of the graduation and completion will be quicker than other 2 semesters or 4 quarters.
We have 1 subject per session. And for the bachelor, it's 2 semesters, so it's the regular. But for masters, we call 3 semesters. So we also count for the summer period if the students want to study during that time. But we also...
つまりだから1回に履修する科目数を少なくして6回やるっていうことなので、まあかかる、でもthe thing is some international students might feel this is easier compared to traditional semester setting.
We also offer, of course, scholarships. These are merit-based scholarships. The full list, we have different ones that the students can check on our website. The highest one is 10,000 per year, but it all depends from case to case. If the students are interested, they can apply. It's a different process from the separate process from the application, from the process.
Since your scholarship, your tuition is reasonable plus scholarship, I guess the overall cost
Yes.
of attendance is very reasonable.
Yes, and for example, for athletic students, they can also have the two different scholarships. So there's no, if they get all of them, it's there's no limit, so to say.
Right. もともとの学費もリーズナブルで、さらにスカラシップも降りて、さらにもしかしたらスポーツなんかをやられる方になっては、全部こう、入っていくと、まあ、フルに、出費はね、なくなる方もいらっしゃるという感じですよね。Go ahead.
Thank you. So here we have a little video, but I think I'll pass it because I know I'm taking a bit of time already.
Right. But we have time, but yeah, we wanted to have plenty of question time too. Yeah.
Yes. So in a nutshell, we have an affordable tuition and we also offer scholarships. We have plenty of nice locations in the country. We offer the Real Pathway program for English proficiency. We have a very experiential learning, very hands-on. And of course, the flexibility of the different start dates per year and the online and on-campus options as well. Once the student applies, they will get email confirmation, of course, and also their education consultant. And through this email, they will have their login credentials to access their portal. So they will have their own portal. They can see the status of their application. They can upload documents. And of course, during their studies, also to access the different materials.
こちらも同様にね、こういうポータルが出てきて、何が足りないのかっていうのを自分でチェックしながらアプリケーションを完了させることができるということですね。
Something I didn't mention, but the applications are free. We don't charge any application fee. The only thing we charge is after the student gets their visa, we ask for the deposit that is part of their tuition, but we don't charge any application fees.
こちらもアプリケーション手数料がゼロなので、ないので、まあ、お金を払う段階としては合格してコミットメントした後のデポジットを払う段階で初めてお金を支払うということだそうですね。
And that's all for my side. Thank you so much. And I look forward for your questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can turn off the presentation. Yes. All right. それでは、質問タイムに行きたいと思いますが、じゃあ、はじめちょっとかなさんもさっきと同じように、ちょっと質問をそうとしておいていただきたくて、I have to ask you both in the beginning. I know after the election, presidential election, we had the result. And some parents, and especially parents, a little bit concerning about the situation, what's gonna happen, unclear. I am so worried. And what do you think it's gonna be impacted to the higher education and your international life and what's gonna happen? I know it is gonna be a personal opinion, but and if you can share what you think. And starting from Brandon, what do you think?
From my belief, and this is the belief of our university as well, too, that international students are an important part of our community. They enrich our community. They bring multiple perspectives to our community. So if anything, we are looking to build more connections and turn externally through international students and other partnerships. So I don't think the results of the election will impact anything that we're doing. If anything, it'll motivate us to do more, to engage more with our partners and international students as well. So I think it's for us, we're still gonna do what we're doing.
Okay. もう、大きな影響があるとは思いませんと。で、まあ、大学としては、もう、変わりなく、いつものように、インターナショナルスチューデント、本当に、価値があり、バリューを感じておりますので、引き続き同じように、やっていくだけというところのご意見をいただきました。What about you, Carolina?
Yes, thank you for your question. So, of course, we don't know exactly what will happen, because Trump says that also he will offer green cards for international graduates. We never know if this is going to happen or not. But what we know is that California is and will always be a bastion for multiculturality and inclusivity, and it will always be a very welcoming state. We have, especially here in Irvine, a very multicultural, diverse community, which is a source of social, cultural richness. Also, there's many studies that show that international students contribute very much for the economy, the creation of jobs. So this is something that we'll continue to support and to foster. And yes, we have currently a lot of students also from Japan and from Asia in general. There's a thriving Asian community here in Irvine, which is wonderful. And yes, that will continue to be the norm for us. And yeah, hopefully this will not impact our international students.
Well, there's two universities both in the west side. I mean, you guys both are like considered as more liberal states. More diversified, more international students area too. So, なので、ね、あまり影響ないかなとは思いますので、皆さんご安心いただければなと思います。I have a, first of all, I want to ask you because the first half was the bigger, little bit of bigger institution. Now, second half, both are like less than 10,000 students population. Pacific Lutheran around 3,000 and Westcliff around 5,000. What's the advantage of being smaller college? Carolina.
I think, well, the advantage first, I think it allows us to have more, to provide more support for our students. As I mentioned in the beginning, there's a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio, so small classes where students can, teachers can provide more support to the students, and also for the academic life, the different events that we organize. We have every week, we have short day trips or events, and I think is also good in a sense to foster this community feeling. I would say those are the two biggest strengths, I would say.
All right. What about you, Brandon? What's the advantage of being a small college?
I think one of the great advantages of being a small school is that your faculty will get to know you really well. That's one of the big differences in Western education is the emphasis on the well-being of the student. So our faculty really care for you as a student, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. And then we just want to, being a small school, you have more opportunities to get to know people and not being lost in a crowd in different areas. So I think the advantages is just really better support and more interactions with your faculty members who are going to be with you during your entire educational journey in college.
I see your data saying that percentage of people who are accepted by professional school or professional program is high because of the fact that in a smaller college, students will keep up with the higher grade and have a more good relationship with the professor so that they can get a good recommendation.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, especially important for our students who want to go into graduate schools, that they're building the relationships with the faculty members who knows how well they do in the classroom. And for some cases, they're having the same faculty member who helped them through their research. So they know that their students will be prepared for graduate level education, whether it's a master's or doctoral program. Our faculty members, again, are 100% with the student during their entire journey, from the start of the class to the time they transition to future opportunities.
All right. はい。はい。じゃあ、カンナさん、ちょっと質問見てて、拾ってって何か、重要な質問を、拾ってってください。
Well, since there is no dorm at the Westcliff, what's the cost of living there?
Okay, good question.
So besides the tuition, we always advise students to have 20,000 per year for the cost of living, and this includes accommodation, transportation, food, and so on. We do offer free transportation passes for the local areas, so they can use the buses, for example, for free. But in general, that's what we recommend to have a good lifestyle here.
All right. So the many international students living together, having sharing the room, house share, that kind of thing.
It happens quite often that, for example, one student from one university comes to Westcliff and then some colleagues join. So in that case, they share apartments. But it also varies from case to case. For example, students that are already working, they might want to have their own single apartments, so that depends. But I see here in the comments, we don't have anyone living in campus. Don't worry with that.
All right. Another question, Kanda-san.
The question was, how many admission period do most universities have in the States?
What do you mean?
How many? I don't know, really.
Are they asking about how many different start terms there are for
Maybe
universities?
I thought that's what they meant, I think.
Yeah, I can say that it depends on the institution. From my institution, we only have 2 start times, fall and spring, and we're a semester school. So it really all depends if the schools are semester, quarter, trimester even.
Oh, I see. That's what's the point.
So I think it all depends on the school, and you may have to do research. So I'll also leave that to my colleague from Westcliff to provide some insights too.
Then the
Thanks,
Westcliff
Brandon.
has a 6 studying
Right.
opportunity, right?
Yes. So our year is divided in 3 semesters, and each semester has 2 sessions. And each session, students complete the full class. That's why in the following session, usually 1.5, 2 months later, they can already enroll again because it's a new subject that is starting. So they will not come in the middle of the class. They will always start from the beginning. So it's because of this structure that they can enroll in 6 different times during the year.
So when they can get the vacation time? So the 6th term, after what? After 3 terms, can they get the vacation or something like that?
Yes, they have the normal vacation periods. So for the bachelor degrees, they have the whole summer. For master degrees, they can also choose to study during the masters. Usually that's the case for a graduate students. They want to just complete everything
Continue doing
faster. Yes, but they have the normal periods of summer. Now around the holidays as well. They have time off. Yeah. In the spring.
まあだから6ターンもあるとは言っても同じようにサマーの、アンダーグラジュエートならばサマーの時期に夏やバケーションは取れるし、大学院生の場合は通常そのままバーって続けちゃうケースがありますね。その分早めに卒業ができるっていう利点があるので、ぶっ続けでやるケースの方が多いですかねっていうお話でしたね。はい。どうぞ他にどうですか、かなさん。
How can they get the high amount of scholarship?
That's a good question. What's the point? What is the secret of getting a higher amount of scholarship? Starting from Brandon, what do you think? You have already, is that amount 40,000 per year will be almost, if they get admitted, most likely if they living on campus, it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's correct. So if they, as long as they're admissible and if they're living on campus, then they're guaranteed that $40,000.
Really?
So yeah. So again, that 37,500 international grant, as long as you're admissible, like I said, an equivalent of a 3.1 US GPA, guaranteed that money. And then if they live on campus, guaranteed that money as well too. So we're basically it's a flat rate for all admitted students. I'll tell you, Akiko, for students who are working with you, we have US College Connections. They'll probably receive the highest scholarship amount because next year we're actually going to be changing our scholarship awards. So any institutions that are partnered with us, such as your agency, they'll get the highest award compared to non-agents. So that may be changing for next year, but for as of right now, it's as long as you're admissible, flat rate you're going to get.
皆さんお聞きいただいたでしょうか。 合格すれば、この、マックスアマウント、最大限に奨学金はいただける。特に、まあ、うちの会社、US カレッジコネクションは PLU と提携、パートナーシップ持っておりますので、そういう、会社の方を通した方が、マックスアマウントの奨学金を出ますというところですね。PLU に出願したいという方は、ぜひお声掛けくださいというところですね。What about you? Westcliff has any secret of getting a higher scholarship?
So the secret, of course, our scholarships are merit-based. So of course, the good grades help, and also having a good essay, like a solid essay, will, increase students' chances to have a higher scholarship. And as it is the case of some of our partners, such as US college connections, students have access to some automatic scholarships as well. So this is the case here as well. For the athletics department, yes, there are other scholarships. The academic ones are renewable, so each year they get it again.
Brandon, what is the PLU's athletic division in NCAA, NAIA, or
NAIA?
What about PLU, Pacific Lutheran?
NCAA Division 3.
Division 3. All right. So, they can play.
No athletic scholarship.
No scholarship. But, of course, you have lots of more bigger scholarship, academic scholarships. So.
I'll also mention that the scholarships we're offering international students are more than what our domestic students get. So that 37,500 grant is about 5,000 more than what we give to our highest earning merit award for domestic students.
Right. アメリカの、だからドメスティック、アメリカ人の生徒に出す奨学金よりも、留学生、インターナショナルスチューデントに出す奨学金の方が、5,000ぐらい、もっと出してますというところだそうです。それだけ、
Is that a renewable or just 1 year?
Is that question for me?
Renewable? Like
yes, the PLU scholarships are renewable every year.
That was a question from
so they're automatically renewable every year. Between us and the 30-some people here, just don't fail and you'll maintain the scholarships. Just maintain good standing, graduate, you'll keep the scholarships every time.
So you are, I think I heard from you, Carolina, your scholarship is also renewable too, right?
Exactly, every year, yes.
All right. What about the safety? And keep coming. Those questions is very important for our parents. What about the safety of the campus? What about?
So we are a suburban campus. So we're outside of the cities of Tacoma and Seattle. So we are in a residential neighborhood. But much like, because we're still so close to those big urban centers, we're not that far away from them. So we'll usually get our fair share that any city would get in terms of those issues. But I can probably say that PLU is one of the safest campuses in the Northwest. This is something that all students should know. Each university in the United States are required to report their safety stats because of the Clery reporting. All the campuses have to report that. So if you're looking at new institutions, I encourage the students to look at them to see their safety stats and everything. And PLU has one of the strongest ones for our size as well. So I've been at PLU for 15 years, and I do strongly believe that PLU is a safe community for all students, especially our international students.
Oh, thank you. このサバーバンキャンパスということで少し郊外型にあるので、もちろんタコマだから都市に近いんですけれども、とはいってもキャンパスで言えば、すごい、穏やかなね、セーフなエリアにありますし、あとちょっと情報としては、アメリカのすべての大学が、そのセーフティースタッツ、データを出さなきゃいけなくって、その記録を見ていっても、この PLU キャンパスっていうのが、非常に、ずっと安全っていうか、セーフティーのところで言えば、そのデータから見ても安全っていうことがもう証明できるというところだそうです。15年働いてるけれども、ずっと安全っていう面では、ちゃんと彼自身も、身をもって、保証するっていうかね、危険なことは起こってないっていうようなところかな。What about you, Carolina? You are on the middle of Irvine. It's the
Yes.
safety. It's about
Yes,
concerning
very.
the safety.
Yes, it's also, as I mentioned, it was considered the safest city in the whole country by the FBI statistics. It's also there's virtually no crime. It's a very safe, also suburban, family oriented. It's a place where you can easily walk alone at night, and it's completely safe. And
But the area is it's a near California UC Irvine area.
UC Irvine, yes, it's not so far. UCI, yeah.
Yeah, UCI.
Yes, it's the same city, not so far.
So the area itself is not that, that the students will not feel, unsafe.
Exactly. I would say the whole Orange County where we are located is rather, quite safe. Like a lot of families.
オレンジ郡のね、エリアにあるので、それはそのロサンゼルスの南カリフォルニアの中でも安全なエリアとして認知されているというところではありますね。Okay. any question 出てますか、カンナさん。
はい。The question for the sports scholarship, what are the performance criteria for the sports scholarship? Are there skill tests or physical tests or like tryout? Like what's the best way to approach to the coaches? Like is there international office can help us get to the coaches? That's a question.
Good question. So starting from NAIA and Carolina, what you think about is that would you help assist? Because international students living not in the US admissions officers were trying to do something via liaison.
Yes, of course. No, for our case, the students, they can share a short video, like 5 minutes, showing the highlights of their performance. And then this video is shared with the coach. The coach will see the video, and if they get accepted, then they have a meeting, and the coach will share an acceptance letter also with a scholarship proposal. In the case of really good students, they can get almost full tuition covered by these athletic scholarships. But that's how we do it. And of course, we, as the international office, we will support you. For example, we have the coach WhatsApp number, and it's the easiest way to know that you will be seen is to use this contact. So we will help you with that, of course.
Really?
Yes.
We have been so challenging, and sometimes I know coaches are busy, but we don't have, luck. Sometimes
I know that was the case, and so I asked the coach, and I was a bit after him until we managed to have a meeting, and then we discussed it, and we found this way to move forward. So now we have a way to accelerate the process and make it easier.
Really? Are you okay? Well, Kande will contact you.
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
All right. What about you, Brandon? I know you guys are D3, but still having athletic team will be beneficial for international students and to involve with those students' activities and have a good option doing their athletics. So in terms of getting many international students playing sports?
We do. We are gladly welcoming international students in almost all our athletic programs. Most of our international students are going to be either on our swim team or our men's soccer team. We do have a Japanese student who will be graduating this year who did really well with our soccer program the past 2 seasons. He was a transfer student from South Puget Sound in Washington State. So we're very happy to have him. Even though we don't offer Division III scholarships, because our primary emphasis is on the academic side of the student experience, that doesn't mean that our students aren't as competitive as any other programs. So that being said, the recruitment process is as competitive as any other school that offers a type of athletic scholarship. So for students who are thinking about doing varsity athletics in college, especially at my institution, it's important to get in contact with the coaches as soon as possible by sending any relevant films or videos that you may have. It'd be important to fill that out. And then just to give an added bonus, if Akiko and Kana, you're working with your students and they're emailing a coach, have them include me in the email as well too, because then the coaches know that I'm looking for them as well too. So just CC me in the emails that are sent out to the coaches. That way the coaches know and I can follow up with them as well too. But if anything, gentle encouragement and gentle bothering to the coaches will go a long way.
Gentle bothering.
Yeah.
まあだから皆さん、ね、スポーツで、ね、やりたいっていう方は、どうぞがっかりしないでください。まあもうみんな忙しいんだから、来ないのが当然ぐらい。でもこういう私たちのネットワークでね、こういう大学のアドミッションの皆さんもヘルプしてくださるということですので、鈴木環奈の方で、I'm sure Kanna will contact you too for our students. Alright. これで終わりかな、Kannaさん。Do you have any more specific question? Is that so?
That's all from the
Okay.
chat. Yeah.
All right, it's just about the time as well. So let me share the question. I'll share my slides again before we finish. Let me see. はい。では最後に皆さん、今後もちょっと本当にね、まだまだ質問が、あるという方も多いと思いますので、無料相談したいという方、どんどん、この QR コードを読み取ってですね、無料相談の、ご予約、あるいは、LINE でも相談を受け付けますので、LINE でもいろいろと相談してください。Alright. それでは最後に、I think I would like to have some message to audience. They have been listening since, what? 2 hours ago, so it's been really being patient, and I think they enjoyed our seminar. And before we ending this seminar, please give them our message to them. So, Carolina, would you please say some message to them?
Of course. First of all, thank you so much for your patience and endurance to be here all this time. And thank you so much for all the questions. It was once again a pleasure to be here. And we look forward to see your applications. We look forward to have more Japanese students coming to our university. And as I mentioned, it's a great place in the US to experience California, but it also has a very multicultural atmosphere here. So I also, as a foreigner myself, I know that it's a nice place to land. So you are welcome.
Great. What about you, Brandon?
I do want to thank you all for taking the time in your Saturday to meeting with us to learn about your U.S. opportunities. I think what you're doing is doing something that's really awesome and exploring your options in the U.S. I wish I had more opportunities to explore globally myself, if I can think about it. So I want to congratulate all of those who are still here who are willing to try something and do something different. College is one of the few times where you can do something different that you haven't done before. So I encourage you to take those steps to find those options. And much like Carolina and the other representatives who are here, we look forward to working with you. We look forward to seeing your application. And of course, we look forward to seeing you on our campuses in the fall.
Thank you so much. それでカンナさんはさ、生徒として高校から大学とアメリカを体験したんだけど、留学してよかったなと思うこと、皆さんに最後にちょっとお話ししてくださいな。
留学してよかったことはもちろん英語が喋れるようになったことと、世界中に友達ができたことと、日本の良さを知れたことも良かったなと思ってます。はい、
そうですね。なのでもう皆さんぜひまだまだ2025フォールアプリケーション受け付けておりますので、私たちにもまだまだいろいろと相談してください。今日は長い時間ありがとうございました。Thank you so much for listening, and both of you, thank you so much. That was very full of information. Really appreciate it. それでは12月も似たようなセミナーを開催予定ですので、ぜひぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。Thank you so much. それでは皆さん大切にしてくださっていいです。I'll end the seminar. Thank you. ありがとうございました。
Enjoy the weekend. Bye.